and stopping by the carne asada for a few minutes. Current MLB ERA and wins leader, and father to Blue and Tigger, the cats. Tony Gonsolin. Tony, thank you for stopping by, man. We really appreciate the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me out, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's just talk about it. We had Dontre Willis on last week, and we talked about a conversation that he had with you where you talked about some of the spot starts you did and the stuff that happened in 2020. And you kind of fast forward to now, and I feel like we see a new version of Tony Gonsolin. Not to say that the old one was rough or anything like that. It's just the evolution, as you know, of a player, right? So I wanted to ask you, he mentioned some conversations about those starts and how they kind of impacted you to where you're at today. I was curious what changed in your approach from then to now that's just had such a giant impact on everything.
Um, I felt like in 2020 it was more of just like short season. It was kind of weird startup for everybody. Felt like hitters were a little behind at times. I felt like I had good stuff that year, just kind of dominated for a little bit. But last year was hurt, so kind of just fighting back through that and trying to get healthy and trying to feel good and get back into a rhythm. And I didn't really find that last year. And then coming into spring training this year, felt like I was in a pretty good spot. Used that spring training time to really like hone in some of the things, like throwing more strikes, get ahead of guys, just going out there and attacking guys and seeing what happens. And I'm really trying to continue my like off season like build up and like getting my shoulder healthy, feeling good, getting back to where I want to be, and then just trying to continue that for as long as I can this year.
No, absolutely, and I mean, and obviously, the proof is in the pudding, right? You're going out there and doing the damn thing, start after start, and I kind of wanted to ask you, you're in a rotation with legitimate stars and superstars. Your pros, right? Your Walker Buehlers, your Julio Diaz, your Clayton Kershaws, and you and Tyler Anderson have kind of taken Dodger world by storm, right? You guys are going out there, being dominant, having quality starts, doing what your part is as far as that goes. I know there was a lot of noise and slander just kind of out there, and I'll be honest, we critiqued it too, right? And unfairly, I think, to a point now because you're proving everyone wrong. That at what point does any of that noise kind of enter in to where you're at now, and does it affect anything really as a whole, or do you just kind of stay focused on the task at hand?
Um, just trying to stay focused on the task at hand for sure. I think maybe in like years past, some of that noise got in and kind of affected it a little bit, but this year I'm doing a much better job of just trying to keep it all out, trying to not worry about it. Good, bad, whatever. Just trying to like stay even keel and go out there every time I get the ball and do the best that I can do. But yeah, it's been a blast watching all these other guys throw, all these other starters, Ta, Walker, Julio, Heaney, Kirsch, all these guys. Just trying to take what I can take, every outing and still try to progress.
Hey Tony, look, there's no denying it, man. You're having a great season. I mean, to have the ERA, the way you've been pitching, I mean, you're the stopper now. I mean, if there's a losing streak going on, we turn to Tony Gonsolin. It, I understand your preparation and your concentration, and you had mentioned that you go ahead and you block things out. But can you actually take the time to enjoy the season that you're having right now? Or is that something that you're just going to have to wait until the end of the season to look back and go, damn, I was good this year?
Uh, yeah, I give myself a couple days to really kind of enjoy, a good outing. Um, but yeah, once it gets to like day three or something, I'm gonna throw in a couple days. I start to like hone it back in, lock back in on the next start. Start thinking about the next opponent, and yeah, I don't really, yeah.
I mean, is that common for you major leaguers? You just, I hear former major leaguers always seem to have that regret that I wish I would have enjoyed it more. I wish I would have allowed myself to enjoy it more during the time. But I get it. You're doing a job, but you're in a dugout where it seems like you guys are having a good time. So, do you guys kind of force each other? Hey, man, relax. Have fun. This is a game. We're having fun playing.
Um, Yeah, maybe at times, but I think for the most part we try to keep it pretty loose here. Um, Usually music in the clubhouse going on since like from the time that we get here. So just trying to keep it loose as much as we can and have the best time that we can until yeah until we can't anymore.
I know this is out of your control, but I mean, obviously, everybody's already talking about the All Star game, and people are talking about maybe you starting the All Star game, but I'm not going to go that far. I'll just say, what would it mean for you to pitch in the All Star game, and not only pitch it at the All Star game, but pitch it at Dodger Stadium?
Uh, yeah, that'd be really cool for it to be at Dodger Stadium. This is basically our backyard. Um, Under our home fans, it'd be really incredible to be a part of that, and for it to be like my first one potentially. I'd be super honored for that to happen. It'd be kind of like a perfect storm having it be at Dodger Stadium.
So, a last one from me before I hand it over to Alysha. Do you miss Ross Stripling, and do you and Ross go to Forrest Gump conventions and do the Lieutenant Dan and Forrest cosplay? Because I got to tell you, that Lieutenant Dan, I don't think I've seen anyone do it better. I thought for a minute you were Gary Sinise.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's by far my best costume of my life. And all the credit goes to Strip. Strip did it all. Strip was when we were on the bus and they're like, "All right, we're gonna do a dress up day, pick a partner, whatever." And I guess Strip just thought to himself, "Huh, Tony would make a good, Lieutenant Dan. I could probably be Forrest, like whatever." And that originally was going to be with someone else, and he threw the idea at me. I was like, "Yes, absolutely, let's do it. I don't really have to do anything." Strip bought all the clothes for me. We got the wheelchair from our like X-ray room, and yeah, just let it ride. But no, we don't go to any conventions. But yeah, maybe we should. I feel like my hair is a little different now. I feel like it doesn't fit as well. But maybe at some point.
So you guys take those dress up days seriously then? I mean, how does it feel to be like the last pick or something like that? Or is it just you can't take it personal? It's just based on, look, I have this idea. I'm sorry. You just don't fit into my concept. I'm going with Tony.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's basically how it is. You just try to find someone with the same idea as you for dressing up or something that fits, and just try to have fun with it. Last year I was Hal L from Forrest Gump with a couple of the other our strength staff and a couple other guys. But yeah, I thought that one was pretty good too. But yeah, the Forrest Gump one was the best by far.
Go ahead, Alysha.
Fun. How fun. How fun. I love your approach. I love what is happening for you. Congratulations. What a ride, Tony. Um, I want to go back to that approach that Juan was speaking about earlier. What are some of your game day rituals? Could you share any with us? And have they changed from previous years? Because I too am superstitious. Is there anything that you can share with us that you do on your day on the mound?
Um, I do all my scouting on actual game day, so um, that's one of the things I guess. But I don't. They're not super like superstitious things. Like if I don't do them, I don't think I'm gonna pitch bad or play bad. Like I forgot my headphones and like for this trip, but and it's not. I'm not attributing that to anything. Uh,
So
so yeah,
no stinky socks or a same
nah.
ball cap or anything, like you don't change things out because you're on this amazing winning streak.
No. I mean, I have like my game day hat, but it's not like if I needed a new one because it got gross or something, that'd be fine too. It's just whatever. Yeah.
Also, I am a fellow cat lover. We too have a kitty cat at home. I love what you're doing for cats. And does it ever bother you? Are you fine with how everyone, can we still call you Catman? I feel like I need to ask you permission to call you Catman.
Yeah, definitely. There's kind of been a little trend in the clubhouse with like DP and originally started with DP and Evan Longoria, who I've never actually met in person, but they started calling me Catboy, like with an I guess, because I don't know. It was just something that fit in. So like it's just a mix of like Catboy and Catman. But yeah, whatever works.
Nice. Okay, so it's okay. We can call you Catman. I like
Yeah, definitely.
that. Well, I hope we get to see you. I'm going to say it and put it out there. Start the All Star game. You better be at that All Star game. Um, Juan, Alonso, I know we got to wrap up soon.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, Tony, because you're very zen, right? You don't strike me as the type of guy that is kind of the traditional red ass, if you will. You're on social media, you're very zen. Obviously, talking to you, you're very zen. But I also know you're a gamer. So as far as games go, I see Belly sometimes travel around with the screen and whatnot. Do you guys have LAN parties? I know that's the nerdiest thing I've ever said on the show. But do you guys have LAN parties? And if so, what are you guys playing?
I mean, LAN parties are a little outdated now, but yeah, we definitely play a little bit. Some Call of Duty, some Fortnite. So some people play Apex, just kind of the battle royale scene that's taken over recently. Everyone's still on that. I try to mix it up a little bit. I got a little Forza in me, some like RPGs, like some Red Dead or like Skyrim or something. But for the most part, it's pretty much Call of Duty or Fortnite.
Listen, I play Call of Duty, but I'm gonna age myself. I had LAN parties back in the days of Unreal Tournament. So there's no shame in. I mean, I would do it again. I just don't want to have to carry a giant computer around.
Yeah, no shame in the LAN parties. It's just
A little old.
the internet makes it that much better.
Yes, 100%. Well, listen, man, we really
Hey,
appreciate
real quick,
go
before
ahead.
we let Tony go, there's some survey questions that we need his opinion on because we had Max Muncy on the show, we had Edwin Rios and Joe Kelly, and we all asked them. So I feel like we have to ask everybody. The mariachis. The mariachis at Dodger Stadium. There seems to be a trend now that people are getting sick of the mariachis. That there's just there's too much mariachi at Dodger Stadium. Tony, we need to know where do you stand on the mariachis?
I mean, it's every home Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, do you like the mariachis? Is it too much for
mind
you?
it. I don't mind it. It's kind of cool having like a live band, live mariachi out there playing for us on Tuesdays. It was kind of fun. Yeah, I feel like it switches it up from the traditional route that we go by.
So I'm going to transition from mariachis to the last one before we let you go. This is a Fernando Valenzuela podcast. We stand for Fernando Valenzuela here. Should his jersey be retired at Dodger Stadium?
I mean, I feel like he's a Dodger great. I feel like he's one of the top 5 people that you think of when you think of Dodgers pitchers, especially probably like a top 2, 3 on Dodger lefties. So I mean, yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't see anyone wearing his jersey currently, but yeah, why not?
All right, and last one. I'm sorry, I know I said last one previously, but the split fingered, Tony. I felt like people weren't using the split finger that much. And now, is that something? Where did you pick up that pitch?
I got it in 2017, so I previously didn't have that. I went to like a change-up camp, I guess they could call it, in Instructs in 2016 to try to figure out a secondary pitch because my stuff was not good. But yeah, spring training in 2017, Brandon Gomes came with Joel Peralta and kind of pushed the split finger on me, like, hey, Joel was like, hey, this is how I hold it, like, and I just try to throw it like this and give it a shot, and then tried it out, sucked. It was really bad. It went the wrong way. So I made a little bit of modifications to it and got something comfortable that I use, and yeah, that's kind of what I've been rolling with.
That's a tough pitch, right? That's probably why not that many people throw it anymore, right?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to throw, I guess. Mine's got a decent amount of movement. But yeah, I feel like it's making a comeback. I feel like we're seeing a lot more people throw the splitter. I know like Shohei's got one, and Taiwan Walker has one. So yeah, there's a lot more guys throwing it nowadays.
Well, there you have it, Tony Gonsolin. Also giving a shout out to the homie Joel Peralta, El Caballo Loco. Shout out to him as well. We really appreciate the time. Continuing success of the year, and hopefully we can catch you down the.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Tony.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tony.